Welcome all of you in online teaching learning process. In last video we have started unit number 2, metal ligand bonding in transition metal complexes, which is from paper number 9, inorganic chemistry. And in last video we have seen the shapes of d orbitals and also assumptions of crystal field theory. And in this video we will see crystal field splitting of octahedral complexes. So our point is crystal field splitting in octahedral complexes. So in the case of this, the interaction of d orbitals of metal and ligand takes place. So in this diagram, in this diagram, metal is surrounded by ligands and ligands are approaching towards the metal along x, y and z axis. So in this, the ligands are assumed to approach the metal ion along the Cartesian coordinate axis, that is x, y and z axis. In an octahedral complex, the metal is at the center of the octahedron as shown in this figure, while the ligands are at the 6 corners of x, y and z axis. In last video also we have seen that the d orbitals, there are two sets of d orbitals available, that is dx square minus y square and dz square. Orbitals are directed along the 3 axes, while dxy, dyz and dzx, that is t2g orbitals, are directed in between the x and y and z and x axis as shown in the figure. That is, there are two sets, that is EG set and T2G set. But during this interaction, that is when crystal field splitting of octahedral complex, simply metal is surrounded by 6 ligands and these 6 ligands are approaching towards the metal along the axis only. So which type of d orbitals are available in which their lobes are present on the axis? That is, there is a EG orbitals. In case of EG orbitals, that is dz square and dx square, their lobes are lies on the axis. So there is a strong interaction of ligand, incoming ligand and metal d orbital takes place. Due to this strong interaction, their energy is increased. So they are upfield. But in case of T2G, their lobes are lies in between the axis and there is a less interaction of incoming ligand and T2G orbital takes place. So in this diagram they are having lower energy. So this is the basic crystal field splitting of octahedral complexes, that is when ligands approaches towards the metal, then splitting takes place, that is T2G are having lower energy and EG are having higher energy. In this we will see, that is the first diagram. Initially metals are having, that is free metal ion. Initially d orbitals all are having same energy, that is dx square minus y square, dz square, dxy, dxz and dyz. So this is a free metal ion without any interaction with the ligand. But when ligands are approaches towards the metal, in case of octahedral 6 ligands available. In this diagram, when these 6 ligands are approaches towards the metal, then the energy of these d orbital is increased. So this is the average energy of the d orbital in spherical crystal field. This is the second step. Initially in first step all are having, that is d orbitals having degenerate energy, there is no interaction. But in second step there is an interaction of ligand and metal, their energy is increased, slightly increased, and after fruitful interaction the d orbital degeneracy is splitted, and it is splitted in two ways, that is T2G and EG. T2G, that is at having lower energy, and EG, it is at higher energy, and it is the central point is a barycenter. In the third diagram, that is initially degenerate d orbitals of free metal ion. When ligands interacted with each other with the metal, then degenerate d orbital of metal ion in crystal field, that is their energy is increased, and this 5d orbital after strong interaction with the metal and ligand, their degeneracy is splitted in two ways, that is T2G, dxy, dyj, dzx are having lower energy, and it is a 0.4 delta O. Delta O means delta octahedral, which is stabilized, and the higher energy is Eg, that is dx square minus y square and dz square, which is a destabilized by 0.6 delta O, and total difference between T2G and Eg is a delta octahedral, or in another word it is a 10 dq value, where 0.6 delta O is also called as 6 dq value, and 0.4 delta O it is also called as 4 dq value. So in the case of splitting of the d orbitals in an octahedral complex, that is we have seen in last slide, that is d orbitals initially are having degenerate energy, or are having same energy in case of free metal ion, but ligands are interacted with the d orbital, their energy is slightly increased. D orbital is spherical field of 6 ligands, and after that there is a degeneracy of d orbital is splitted, that is minus 0.4 delta O, that is stabilized, and plus 0.6 delta O, that is a destabilized. So here T2G orbitals are stabilized and Eg orbitals are destabilized, and total distance between these two T2G and Eg is a delta O. O means octahedral, delta means crystal field stabilization energy, or 10 dq in another language. So we know that T2G means triply degenerate set of orbital, Eg means doubly degenerate set of orbital, G means G-rayed, U means un-G-rayed, and here barycenter, that is this is center line, that is barycenter, a point between objects where they balance each other, that is two Eg and T2G and Eg balanced from this barycenter point, that is minus 0.4 delta O and plus 0.6 delta O. So in next diagram, that is in free ion metal d orbital, all these 5 d orbitals are degenerate after interacting ligand. It is splitted into T2G and Eg, and it is stabilized by minus 4 dq or minus 0.4 delta O. So T2G orbitals are stabilized and Eg orbitals are destabilized by plus 6 dq or plus 0.6 delta O. See, this is a central point is called as center of gravity line or barycenter. Then we will see specific example, CFT for octahedral complex. For example, in case of Fe2+, that is a free metal ion, there is no ligand interaction of iron takes place. So in the case of iron, atomic number of iron is 26 and electronic configuration is a argon 3d6 4s2. But in case of Fe2+, means ferrous, that is electronic configuration is a argon 3d6 4s0, that is iron 2+ having 6 electrons, and they are distributed in 5 d orbitals as like shown in this first diagram, that is d orbitals are having 6 electrons, there is no interaction. In second, that is a FeH2O6 2+, that is hexa aqua iron 2+ complex. In this, iron is surrounded by 6 water ligands. Water is a weak field ligand, so due to this interaction the degeneration of iron is splitted in two ways, that is T2G and Eg, but due to the weak field strength of water there is a small energy gap between T2G and Eg. So when weak field ligands are used, then it is called as high spin complex. And third example, in case of FeCN6 4-, Fe are having 6 electrons, but Cn, the strength of the ligand is increased, so this is strong field ligand. Due to this strong field ligand interaction with the iron metal, there is a large energy gap between T2G and Eg possible, and due to this large energy gap, all the electrons goes into the T2G. That is FeCN6 4- does not obey Hund's rule, but in case of FeH2O6 2+, it obeys Hund's rule. Hund's rule states that initially electrons are filled singly and then doubly, but in case of FeH2O6 it obeys Hund's rule, but in case of FeCN6 4- it does not obey Hund's rule. And then another example, in case of CrF6 3 minus. In case of chromium 3 plus, that is a chromium 3 plus state contains 3 electrons, but fluorine is a weak field ligand, so there is a small energy gap between T2G and EG, and these 3 electrons are present on T2G level. When strength of ligand increased, that is chromium H2O6 3 plus, then due to the ligand strength increase, there is a large energy gap between T2G and EG as shown in this diagram. Then further increase in the ligand strength, that is CrNH36 3 plus, then there is a large energy gap between T2G and EG. Then last example is a CrCN63 minus. Cn is a strong ligand as compared to ammonia, water and fluorine, so there is a further large distance between T2G and EG possible. This is about the crystal field splitting in octahedral complexes. So overall summary is, in case of crystal field splitting in octahedral complexes, there is a strong interaction of ligand and metal d orbital, that is specifically metal d orbital. Which metal d orbital? That is Eg orbital. Eg orbital means their lobes are lies on the axis, and Eg specifically tx square minus y square and dz square. There is a strong interaction of incoming ligand takes place, and the splitting of d orbital takes place in two ways, that is T2G having lower energy and Eg are having higher energy. This is about the crystal field splitting in octahedral complexes. So thank you all of you for listening this video. In next video we will see crystal field splitting in tetrahedral and square planar complexes.